नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Hare Krishna, dear all. Welcome to this auspicious Gita Jayanti program. Today I would like to share one of the key messages of the Supreme Lord Krishna to his disciple Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita. First of all, let us see what is the Bhagavad Gita and why it is important for each one of us. Bhagavad Gita means Bhagwan plus Gita, which is the song of Bhagwan. Supreme knowledge comes from the lotus mouth of Bhagwan, the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna is giving the supreme knowledge to Arjun to come out of his confusion and gain all his energy to perform his duty in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Actually, Lord Krishna is giving this much needed information to all of us through Arjun as a manual for this living in the material world happily and achieving the real goal of human life. Because we don't read this manual properly, we don't understand the real purpose of human life and are simply wasting this human form of life. That is the reason we see so many problems. Now let us see one of the key messages in Shlok 3.27. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimhudatma kartaham iti manyati. In this shlok, the Supreme Lord is telling Arjun that all of the living entities in this material world are controlled by three modes of material nature. But because of ignorance and false ego, human beings think that they are the doer. We are all thinking that I am doing because of my effort, I won, I achieved, etc. Right? Actually, Lord Krishna is saying here that we are not the doer and all we get or all we have achieved is given to us automatically by nature as a fruit of our actions in the previous life. Let me give you a simple example. We all use mobile phones, right? What is the primary function of these mobile phones? This helps us to call and communicate with somebody who is far from us. Can we use a mobile phone to perform the function of an air conditioner? Definitely not. Mobile phones are designed in such a way that it has to perform its own function only. And that is the reason we have so many electronic and electrical appliances for performing different functions. Same way, in this world, we can see so many different species of living beings like humans, animals, plants, reptiles, aquatics, etc. And each has its own nature as well as assigned actions to perform. If a human being tries to fly by himself, that is not possible. Or if a human being tries to produce a mango from its body, it is not possible either. Similarly, within human beings, there are also so many differences. Some are rich, some are poor, some are short, some are tall, some are healthy, some are born with disabilities like cannot see, cannot hear, or cannot walk, etc. Why are there so many varieties or so many differences? Just think for a second. If we are the doer, then why is there partiality? Is there anybody who would like to be born as poor or anybody who would like to suffer from problems? Absolutely not. Which is clearly telling us that there is something beyond us. That is what the Supreme Lord is explaining in the Bhagavad Gita, that whenever a soul is willing to take birth in its material world, nature will select suitable parents and design a specific body according to the previous accumulated reactions and also the desire at the time of death in the previous life. Lord Krishna is explaining this in chapter 8, Shlok 6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajyati ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that he will attain without fail. Here, the Supreme Lord is saying that a person will attain his next life according to his thinking at the time of death in the previous life. Also, one's thoughts during the course of one's life accumulate to influence one's thoughts at the time of death. So, this life creates one's next life. So, if a person in his present life lives in the mode of goodness and always thinks of Krishna and does service to Krishna, then there is a possibility that he can think of Krishna at the time of death and he can attain the abode of Krishna after his life. This is what in English we say, experience makes a man perfect. So on this auspicious occasion, I would humbly request you all to read this manual, Sri Bhagavad Gita, as well as always think of Krishna by considering every activity as a service to him and achieve the real purpose of human life and as well as live happily. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.